Hi guys, welcome to another video. I've been to Hermes and I have got an update and I am so excited. I'm so excited to share with you what I learned at Hermes. So let's get it. I have had a very up and down relationship with Hermes over the years. I've done many a video on this. I love Hermes bags and I'm not going to recap every single thing that we've talked about because we will be here for hours, but in a nutshell, I love Hermes bags, particularly Birkins. Kelly, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship, but I also love the Evelyn. I'm also slightly interested in the Picketing and maybe the Garden Party. But anyway, I love the bags. And I have had a very, very amazing, strong relationship with Hermes in London for a long time, where I was getting quota bag after quota bag. Very, very well looked after, very, very lucky. I know some people don't like it when I say that, but I did feel very lucky. And then it's a very long story, which I said I wasn't going to go through, but here we are. My sales associate left. I wasn't passed over to anybody. I eventually got hold of somebody who, let's face it, she just wasn't interested in helping me, in working with me. It was like walking back into store without any profile or any relationship with anybody there, and it is very, very difficult to gain relationships in Hermes. It's not like any other store, it's not like any other brand. Anyway, I have now found a new sales associate in Manchester and she is so lovely, the loveliest person. Anyway, I went in and I redid my wish list because my wish list has expired. So that means that another year has gone by where nothing happening, absolutely no offer. We are now 3 years since my last offer of a quota bag. And yeah, I could be really annoyed about it, or I could think I've been extremely lucky so far. Who knows? It's a whole debate. However, I would still like another quota bag at some point in the future. So I did go in and I've redone my wish list. So I have put on my wish list a Kelly 25 or 28 in the Cellier version in Epsom. That would be my first choice. And I've asked for a dark or strong colour. I don't want anything too pastel. I don't want anything pastel at all, and I don't want anything. What I did sort of explain was I don't want any pastels and I don't want anything pale in any way, and I don't want anything too bright. There's an odd bright colour that I like, but in general I like strong dark colours, and I don't want a warm neutral either. I don't want a beigey sort of colour. So yeah, that opens it up to dark reds, dark blues, dark greens, you get the drift. Dark greys, charcoals, chocolate brown, and I would have a chocolate brown one because they are beautiful. I was having a look at some of the leathers and there are so many leathers that I've never seen before, and that was really, really interesting. But I also saw some colours that I haven't seen before. So there is a natural colour called chocolate. There is Rouge Cellier, which is Hermes version of, it's like a very dark browny, it's got a red undertone. So it's not burgundy and it's not brown, it's somewhere in between. Sort of oxblood, a bit more brown than that, but really, really beautiful. There's Rouge Ash, Rouge H, as we say in Yorkshire, which is, I would call that a true burgundy. That is the most classic style. It is so beautiful. I would also go for an orange. That is the bright colour that I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a bright blue, although I've got it isn't a bright blue, it's up there somewhere. I've got a blue, that's blue onk in my Birkin 30. So I wouldn't want that sort of colour, where are we? That sort of colour, but something brighter than that, so it's a little bit of a contrast. Some of the dark greens, as forest greens, are beautiful. I don't think they're doing anemone at the minute, which is quite a bright purple. but I do like purples. I have said no pinks. I don't like pink. So to all my friends who are watching this, who I know are pink lovers, it's just not for me. I just haven't really come across a pink that I love. If I had to have a pink, I would go towards the fuchsia purpley undertoned, which really pushes it towards purple anyway. I don't like the pastels. I don't like baby pink. I don't like the strong vibrant pinks generally. Sorry, I just don't love it. Yellows, there's an odd shade that I quite like. Anyway, hopefully I gave her enough to go on that she understood what I really like. She will also sort of have a look out for a Birkin, although you're only supposed to really put down a Kelly or a Birkin on your wish list. But the very exciting news is that she has confirmed that the Evelyn 23 is definitely coming out later this year. And I've put my name down, and we will see what happens. I don't know how much stock they will get. They don't know what stock they will get. And she also knows the sort of colours are the same for the Evelyn that I would go for as they were on my wish list with the Kelly. So she again knows which colours I like. So fingers crossed, there may be an Evelyn 23 in my future. There may be. There also may be a Constance 18 in my future. I'm just putting it out there. I am just putting it out there. So we will see. I'm going to track what goes on over the next year or so. And I think I said this a year ago that I'm going to see what happens in my Hermes journey, and I said that I thought it was over, and so far it is over because I haven't been offered anything. I did buy my gorgeous, it's just behind here, this is my Evelyn 29 from the Manchester store, but this isn't a quota bag. I was just lucky they happened to have one in. So if you guys do like the Evelyn, I'm just fastening this, if you do like the Evelyn, then go and ask, because they do sometimes have them in. Don't be afraid to just ask. Do you have, I don't suppose you have a Picatin in store or an Evelyn or whatever it is that you're, obviously if it's a quota bag, they're not going to have it. A Constance isn't a quota bag, but they're very hard to get. So again, they're not necessarily have to go on your wish list, but they're very hard to get. But go and ask. Just ask. What is the harm in asking? You can ask very politely and just see what happens. But my exciting news is that I feel like I am back on track. That I feel like if something does come in to the Manchester store, that I may have an opportunity to be offered something. I just felt a lot better about the relationship, and I also feel like when the Evelyn 23 comes in, or if a Constance 18 comes in, I feel like I might be able to get one. I will keep everyone posted, and I will have to save up some funds just in case, because you don't know when the call's going to come. It might be in another year, it might be never, it might be next week. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on another one.